Hello everyone, Manafa Collectibles here with yet another Hot Toys unboxing and review video. And today we're taking a look at Doctor Strange from Spider-Man No Way Home. Guys, a huge shout out to my friend Josh from Comic Concepts because he sent me this figure for this unboxing and review. If you want to get this figure or any other collectibles, make sure you check them out. I put the link in the description below. Make sure you use my code MOHC and you can save 10% on your first purchase. Alright guys, enough with the talking, let's start with the unboxing. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, and here we have the box, and as you can see we have a nice picture of Doctor Strange in the front. Now this is the side of the box, Doctor Strange. The other side, Doctor Strange. This is the back with all some warning, small pieces, do not eat it. This is the bottom of the box, and last but not least, the top of the box with Doctor Strange logo there. Alright guys, out of the packaging we have the figure here with two trays. The first one we have a few hands and some effects that you can put on the arm. Don't worry, I'm going to show you that later in the video. And of course the first thing is the brand new smell of a Hot Toys. So let me show you this figure. This is how you'll see it in the packaging. So let me remove the plastic over here. Hescope looks pretty cool. Don't worry, I'm going to show you pretty much everything in this video. This is the figure, behind it all the accessories, and that's basically it. Alright guys, so now let's take a closer look at all the accessories that this figure comes with. And the first thing is the base and, well, the actual ring effect here. As you can see, this is just a translucent plastic piece, so you can put that on top of the base, kind of like doing the little circle thingy there. And underneath we have this huge base, and because of space, I'm not gonna actually use the base. I'm just gonna put it back in the box, but those little holes there are the connectors for those effects over there. Doctor Strange name tag there. This is the bottom of the box with marble logo, and that's pretty much it for the base. Now talking about the effects, this thing looks pretty cool. As you can see, translucent plastic here. You can put those, as I mentioned before, on the base, and it will give you a really cool illusion. This is the other pair that you can actually also put on top of the base. So don't worry, later in the video I'm going to show you pretty much everything. Alright, so moving on, we have more accessories, and we have this piece here, and this is where Doctor Strange was doing the spell at the, on the movie. So this looks pretty cool. I love these effects, especially the paint application looking really nice. Now underneath we have the battery compartment, so you can remove this. You have the switch on and off. I don't know if you can see, but it is pretty bright actually, but because of the lights that I have, you cannot see that, but trust me, it is bright. So let me turn this off because this is going to run very quick. And that's basically it, and it comes with a stand too, so don't worry. Again, I'm going to show you everything later in the video. Then we have this box here, and this is actually my favorite part, or my favorite accessory in this set. It looks pretty cool. I love this green and golden and metallic color. It does look pretty cool, especially the inside. It is a very nice accessory. You can definitely use it for a bunch of poses. Then we have the Eye of Agamotto here, and this is the closed version. You can see that very similar to the previous Infinity War version. Moving on, we have this effect as well that you can connect with the box if you want. It is very fragile, and I'm very, I usually don't like to use these things as much because, for space, right? Then we have these effects here, very similar to the previous version as well, looking really nice. We have more effects right here. This one you can put actually on the arm, so that's basically it. Then we have this little square effect. Again, you can put this on the hand too, and you can pretty much do a bunch of poses. We have more little effects here that you can also put on the arm, nicely painted and a nice translucent color. Then we have this pretty much new addition, right? And this here you can put on the finger, right? Looks pretty cool. And of course the rings that you can put on the fingers if you want, of course. Then we have more effects, and this one are the green ones here, and because of the light it looks pretty cool, translucent. And last but not least, the little two pieces that you can also put on the arm. As you can see, this figure is fully loaded with accessories, so you have a lot of options. And yes, I know I didn't show you the cape because I'm gonna show you later with the figure. We have a bunch of hands here, so I'm showing you the new one with a little position of the fingers where you can connect that little effect, and that's basically it. Taking a look at the figure, guys, it looks pretty cool. Very similar, if not almost the same as the Infinity War version. Now let me get my tape and see how tall this figure actually is. And Doctor Strange is about 12.5 inches tall. Alright guys, so now let's take a closer look at the figure, because let me tell you, there's a lot of things going on. So we're gonna start with the head sculpt. As you can see, the likeness, I think it is really nice. Very, very nice paint application. This is the profile, and I love the color on the side of the hair. Those white hair looks really, really nice. This is the back. As you can see, nicely sculpted. One thing the HAWKWARZTOYZ have been doing very good is the sculpting of the hair, and especially the paint application. So kudos to HAWKWARZTOYZ. You can see the other side of the profile looking really good, and of course the skin texture and how this was painted is very, very nice. This is the top, and that's basically it. Now for the tunic, we have multiple layers and a lot of things going on as well, especially the stitching and of course the details. Soft material on the arms, the gauntlet, as you can see, a lot of little color pieces there, and of course the detail on the hands. Then the belt has multiple little pieces connected to it. You can see that very nicely done. Love the tailoring, by the way. This is the side of the figure, similar to the other one. A lot of details on the gauntlet. Now for this part of the tunic here, you can actually move it up and down if you want. As you can see, we have multiple layers of clothing underneath, but again, this thing is not wire, so that's probably one thing that I don't like about this, right? Pants, very soft material as well, so you will have no problems with articulation. The bottom of the boots, you can see that is one piece, and that definitely is going to be an issue, especially when doing poses, but nevertheless a lot of details as well. At the bottom there's no weathering, but you can see the detail at the bottom of the boot. This is the side, nicely done. This is the back of the figure. Again, a lot of layers going on. You can see that over there, the continuation of the huge belt and the back. And again, the stitching is very, very nice. Now, because you need the cape, right? It is magnetic. As you can see, there is a magnet over there and in the front. Proportion wise, I think it looks pretty cool, so I can't complain. Alright guys, so now for the articulation, you can move the head up and down this much, and to the sides this much. That's basically it. For the arms, you can lift it for about this much. You can move it forward like that, not bad at all, and back like so, again, not bad at all. Some swivel here on the biceps, double joints on the elbow, so that's a huge plus, and the classic peg articulation on the hand. Now for the torso, that's maybe a problem, right? There is not much swivel or ab crunch, so I think it is alright. Now for the legs, you can do a split for about this much, some swivel here on the thighs, you can lift the leg for about this much and back for about this much, just a little bit. Double joints on the knee, huge plus again, and because of the pants, soft material, no problem. And there's no swivel or peg articulation on the feet because it is one solid piece. Now let me show you the cape, because I know that I didn't show you earlier. As I mentioned before, this is magnetic, so you can just put it like so. And I think there's been an improvement on the cape. I kind of like this red and golden color on the top. Now, as you can see, it looks pretty cool with the cape. The layer looks amazing inside. This is the side of the cape, looking really, really nice with this bright red. A lot of details going on as well. Now, this cape is wired at the bottom, so you will have no problems doing some really cool poses. And maybe on the sides too, you can probably do some cool poses. All right, guys, so now let's do some comparison here. So we're going to start with the upgraded suit Spidey. And as you can see, they look awesome together. Now for the next one, we have Night Monkey. Again, Doctor Strange is taller. And last but not least, we have Mark 85, clean version. Again, they look really nice. Now for the poses, guys, we're gonna start with this pose here. So we have Doctor Strange holding the box, doing the spell, you know how that is, and it looks pretty nice. I mean, you can definitely do some really nice poses with this figure. So I put some lights in the back as well, so just kind of create some better illusion. Now for the next one, I put him on the base, and this is what I was referring to at the beginning of the video. You can put these effects on the base and it looks really nice, especially with that little sink. That's how I call it a sink. Then we have this effect on the finger looking really nice, and that's pretty much it. So overall, very happy with this pose. If you have space, by all means, you can put all this in your case. Then we have another pose, and again I'm using the same accessories but different pose. It looks pretty cool, and I kind of like this one here. I wish I would have more space, because definitely I would like to put this with the base, but as I mentioned before, it takes a lot of shelf space. And then we have another pose, and this one here is holding the box, and I think this pose looks badass. It's very simple. I didn't do anything crazy, but overall it looks very cool. Now, last but certainly not least, I have to do this pose because I have to, right? I included Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, and this is one of my favorite scenes of the movie. And as you can see, we have Spidey holding the box, and of course Doctor Strange trying to prevent him from taking the box. And you know, I have to use the same base of Doctor Strange because I couldn't find my other bases. I put everything in the box because, you know, I'm not using bases with most of my figures, and that's basically it. Alright guys, so this is gonna take me to my final thoughts about this figure. I'm so happy to have this figure in my collection, and starting with the likeness, I think this is a really good representation of Doctor Strange as seen in the movie. Maybe we can argue that this is pretty much almost identical as the Infinity War version, but hey, the amount of accessories that the figures comes with, I think it is worth getting. Now in terms of articulation, this figure articulates pretty cool. The only problem that I have is the articulation on the feet, because there is one solid piece, you know, the boot is one solid piece. You cannot articulate the figure as much, and then the balance could be a problem. But overall, I'm very happy with this figure. And because of that, my final score is 8.5 out of 10. And if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Also guys, don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and Facebook group 6Scale Media for anything related 1/6 figures. Both links in the description below. And if you have some time, check out these two cool videos. And as always, be well and see you around in the next video.